In the previous session, we have already studied that what are economic activities. Economic activities main aim is what? To earn the economy, to earn the currency, to earn the money. It is totally dependent on the services. Which type of services? Like production, manufacturing, distributing. So all these things comes under economic activities. So today we are going to study the first type of economic activity, that is primary economic activities, or what are primary occupations. All the activities that are dependent on nature is considered as primary economic activity. Now the activities like hunting, gathering, animal husbandry, agriculture, fishing, lumbering, mining are all considered as primary economic activity. So all these activities are totally dependent on nature. Natural resources exploited in primary activities. Factors affecting these activities and effect of natural calamities affect these primary activities. So all the natural resources are exploited in the primary activities. They are used in the primary activities. To fulfill the need of growing population, to provide technical help to manpower, mechanization was started in primary activities. So these activities are carried out since ancient when the man came into an existence. So to fulfill their needs, to fulfill their growing population, these activities were came into mechanization. It was started. Now, next activity is animal husbandry. So, it is most probably seen in 30° north to 60° north, whereas 30° south to 55° south latitudes, where the climate is good for the animal husbandry development. So, it is more developed in the northern hemisphere as compared to the south hemisphere. Why? Because the grasslands are seen more in the northern hemisphere as compared to the south hemisphere. Because of this, animal husbandry is the most basic occupation seen in those areas. But this occupation is influenced by advanced technology, market, and availability of large estate. So it is also influenced because of advanced techniques. The animal husbandry in North and South America is carried out with the help of advanced technology and commercial scale. So it is in America, it is basically carried out with advanced technology and on the commercial scale. Dense forest, inhospitable climate, low quality fodder in equatorial region has discouraged the development of animal husbandry. So what are the things which has limited the animal husbandry activity? The improper climate, low quality of fodder. What is fodder? It is the food which we give to the sheep or the domestic animals. We realize that agriculture and animal husbandry is done together in man area. Hence, they are considered as allied activity. So wherever you can see agriculture, there you can do animal husbandry also. So both are interrelated to each other. Hence, they are called as allied activities. Now next is mining. Man has been using minerals since ancient times. Minerals have been used for making weapons, tools, jewelry, medicines and utensils. So to gain minerals, it is totally obtained from underground. So this process is extracting the minerals from underground is called as mining. So it is done by man in different types of technique, by using different types of technique. So man's progressive development can attribute to the exploitation of minerals. He has even started exploiting the minerals like mineral oil, natural gas from the seas and ocean beds too. So before in the ancient they used to exploit the minerals only from the land, but now he has also started exploiting the minerals from sea and ocean beds also. Man cannot manufacture the minerals, they are found naturally in the earth's crust. So minerals cannot be manufactured, they cannot be created. So it is only gained by the natural process from the earth's crust. The distribution of minerals is highly uneven in the world. This activity depends solely on the presence of minerals and not related to altitude directly. So it is totally distributed unevenly. In some areas you have minerals high minerals, and in some areas you don't have a single mineral. You cannot tell that minerals are available everywhere. So it is totally distinct. Actual mining depends on several factors like geology of the region, the value of minerals, climate, capital investment, technology, skilled labors. Due to this, occupation has developed on the large scale. So whenever we want to carry out mining, it is totally dependent on the region, whether it has the mineral, what is the value of that mineral in the market, how is the climate, what are the capital investments that we have to do, and what are the technologies we are going to use, and which type of labors do we require. So all these things are the important factors which are playing the role in the mining process. Many industries related to minerals locate near mining areas. Improved transportation facilities are very important for the development of mining occupation. Increase industries, which in turn leads to economic development of the country. So, wherever the mineral ore or mining is done, at that place only the industries are created of that particular metal. Why? So as to reduce the transportation cost, and because of transportation facilities it is very easy to transport the minerals from one place to another place. Next is agriculture. Large amount of proportion of the people are engaged in the agriculture in Africa as well as in Asia. And the area under agriculture is most extensive in Europe, the Americas and Australias. The percentage of population engaged in the activity is very less. So the people engaged in agriculture is maximum in Africa and Asia, and people engaged in agriculture activities less in America and Australia and Europe. But the area under agriculture is more in Europe, America and Australia as compared to the Africa and Asia. It is opposite. Generally, the developed countries of the world have less population engaged in the agriculture, while the share of population engaged in agriculture is higher in the developing countries. So, wherever the country is developed in infrastructure, in industrialization, there less amount of population is engaged in agriculture. And wherever the country is developing or underdeveloped, there more population is engaged in agriculture. Various crops are produced in different parts of the world. Various physical and socio-economic factors influence the development of agriculture. So, agriculture is totally dependent on physical factors and as well as the economic factors. Many physical factors influence agriculture like climate, the topography of that region, the soil of that land, as well as the biotic factors of that particular area. The economic and social factors include the labors, the market, capital, transportation facilities, storage facilities, government policies, population, ownership of land. So all these are also the factors which are giving a big impact on agricultural sectors. Greenhouse, polyhouse are also used for agriculture. These are the latest techniques in which a small amount of land can give the maximum yield. High yielding seeds, fertilizer, insecticides are also used for increasing production. So these are also the different techniques like giving high yielding seeds, fertilizers, insecticides, irrigation techniques, plantation techniques. Why? So as to increase the production per year. Now next is hunting. Hunting was a primitive activity of man to obtain food since long time, since ancient times. A large number of animal species have become extinct or are on verge of extinction because of large scale hunting. So because of hunting process, many of the animals and birds are extincted already. We don't see them anymore, and many of them are on their route for extinction also. Commercial hunting is banned all over the world. So whichever hunting is done for the commercial purpose to earn the money is banned in the whole world in all the countries. Also many laws are being passed to conserve and protect the animals. So many laws and regulations are made so as to protect and conserve the animals. Some tribes practice huntings for their subsistence. So many tribes or the tribal people who themselves they live in forest, They practice hunting for their daily needs. So distribution of hunting is basically seen in Kalahari Desert in South Africa, equatorial selvas, boras, Eskimos in tundra, sentinels in Andaman to hunt for their livelihood. Thank you. Please subscribe my channel.